Hi friends, welcome to your YouTube channel. Guys, we are continuing the initiative which we started yesterday, which is the Prelims Power Play. Under this initiative, every day 5 questions from the current affairs for the UPSC Prelims exam we will try to solve, and the questions are framed in such a manner that it will help you to cover the important current events and also understand how UPSC frames questions, because you all know that in UPSC knowledge is not enough to crack the examination. You need optional elimination tricks, you need common sense also, and you need to understand the pattern of the questions where it comes in the UPSC exam. So I, Santosh Sir, who has cracked the UPSC exam all 6 times with one of the highest marks, I am going to help you in the next 1 year to master the art of optional elimination tricks through these questions. And one more thing I would like to tell you, we are solving 5 questions from yesterday's current affairs. Why? Because as per the science of revision, in 24 hours, if we don't revise what we read, we will forget it forever. So this revision is like a revision also, where you will revise within the 24 hours through this question, so that you can retain it for a longer time and you can master the current affairs. Okay, let's start. So we'll go to this free initiative, we'll go to the Prelims Power Play, and in Prelims Power Play we'll go to the 23rd of August and we will do start. So you all can take a pen and a paper, and you can also solve with me. So let us read this question. See, consider the following statements regarding public sector banks and private sector banks. Okay, you see, read the first statement. Private sector banks have more branches in rural areas than public sector banks. Obviously not. Then private sector banks are more profitable than public sector banks. Obviously correct, because private sector generally is more profitable than public sector. Then private sector banks have more share in infrastructure finance than public sector banks. Generally, you know, infrastructure financing is done by the public sector banks, because infrastructure financing is very risky, and generally private sector bank, they generally do retail banking, they don't do infrastructure financing, because infrastructure financing long period and probability of that getting into NPA is very high because of the environmental clearance and so many clearances which is involved in infrastructure projects, and you all know that infrastructure projects are get delayed. Okay, so this is an incorrect statement. And you see, private sector banks have higher NPAs than public sector banks. Obviously not, because if this is incorrect, so this will also be incorrect, because it is the public sector banks which have the higher NPAs, and that is the reason why the government is going to privatize the public sector banks, because the NPA problem is there. Okay, NPA problem is there because every time government is spending a lot of money in recapitalization of the bank. Okay, so this statement is correct, this statement incorrect, this statement incorrect, so only one statement is correct, only one statement is correct, so we will say only one, okay, which is the higher profitability. Okay, statement 2. Let us, you see how we are framing question in the recent UPSC pattern. Okay, we are framing question recent UPSC because this is a pattern UPSC is using. Okay, you understood the logic. Private sector and public sector bank. Public sector bank is known for social banking, mass banking, whereas private sector bank is known for what? Niche banking. Okay, class banking, elite banking. Okay, let's go to the next question. With reference to the Foreign Exchange Management Overseas of Investment Rules 2022, consider the following statements. Recently, the Finance Ministry along with the RBI has come out with recent foreign overseas investment norms. Okay, let us read the question. An Indian entity cannot invest more than 50% of net worth in a foreign entity. Next statement, an Indian entity is permitted to invest 4 times, okay, of net worth in an overseas portfolio investment. So this is about direct investment, this is about portfolio investment. Okay, so 50%, there is limit 50% for direct investment and 4 times of the net worth of portfolio investment. The next statement says that no Indian resident will be permitted to make investments in foreign entities that are engaged in real estate business. Guys, why has government introduced this norm? Government has introduced this norm because, okay, government is facing the problem where many of the willful defaulters, okay, what they are doing is they are going to foreign countries and they are investing in real estate business. To control that, to regulate that, where in now the norms is there that whatever money you have taken from any bank, you have to take permission before you invest outside. Okay, so this is obviously, this is correct. The third statement is correct because that is the main purpose of bringing this. Okay, let us read the statement 1 and statement 2, because 1 and 2 is very factual statement. Okay, so it is very difficult to answer if you have not read, okay, if you have not read exactly foreign exchange management, overseas management rules, investment rules, it is very difficult to solve. But I will give you an option trick. If we carefully look at these two statements, we will see here these two statements are, okay, appearing same. These two appearing same. Only difference is what? The investment limit. Only difference is what? Investment limit. And only difference is this is direct investment, overseas direct investment. This is overseas portfolio investment. Overseas portfolio investment. Generally in UPSC, what happens whenever two statements are similar in nature? Generally what UPSC does? UPSC changes one with other. So what I have done is that I have changed 50% with 4 times and 4 times with 50%. That is the trick. Okay, so today you have learned one trick. This is the trick which is applied by UPSC many times. This year also there was one question, okay, in the UPSC Prelims exam which I have already discussed. Okay, but you can go and you can see today. Today I am giving you an assignment. Please go and see which question in this year can be solved using this trick. Okay, and in such question the third statement is always correct. In such question where two statements are like this, third statement is always correct. Okay, so let us mark here. 3 only. Okay, let us mark here. Let us go to the third question. With reference to zonal councils, consider the following statements. Okay, let us see. Okay, zonal councils. Why this question is there? Because recently only 23rd meeting of the Central Zonal Council has been just inaugurated. Okay, just few days back. Okay. So let us see. These are constitutional bodies. Okay, guys, you all know that zonal councils are not constitutional bodies. Zonal councils are statutory bodies which are created under what? State Reorganization Act 1955. Okay, 1956. Okay, so this statement is incorrect. Okay. There are in total 6 zonal councils. Okay, this you might know, you might not know. Okay, let us leave this. Okay, the Prime Minister is the common chairman of all the zonal councils. Prime Minister is the common chairman. Obviously not, because it is the Home Minister who is the chairman. Okay, so this statement is incorrect. Okay, this statement is incorrect. Okay, so we have 1 and 3 incorrect. So 1 and 3 incorrect. What's about the statement 2? There are 6 zonal councils. Guys, many aspirants will make a mistake here because initially there was 5 zonal councils created under the State Reorganization Act. Then one more zonal council was created in the year 1971 under the NEC Act, under the Northeast Council Act. One more zonal council was created. So at present there are 6 zonal councils. There are presently 6 zonal councils. Northeast Council is created under Northeast Council. Okay, so this is very important. You can get trapped here. Okay, so now you see how we can apply optional inversion. Generally, whenever this kind of head of organization or something is related, generally these are incorrect in UPSC. But it is a very conceptual question which you could answer, which you can easily answer. If you have read the Lakshmikant, you can easily answer. Okay, let us go. So what is the answer? Answer will be incorrect. See, the question is saying incorrect. Many students make a mistake. Okay, correct and incorrect. It's incorrect. So what is the answer? The answer will be, guys, 1 and 3. 1 and 3 is incorrect because it's a statutory body created under the State Reorganization Act. And third statement says Prime Minister is the Home Minister. And second statement is correct because initially it was 5, but later on it was added, one more zonal council was added under the NEC Act. Okay, let's move on. Okay, with reference to Ayushman Bharat, consider the following statements. Okay, guys, let us read. Okay, all private and public hospitals must adopt it. Must is an extreme statement. Generally, options with extreme statements with extreme statements are incorrect. So this is incorrect. Let's see. It has a seamless portability across the country. Yes, because that is the main purpose of this Ayushman Bharat scheme, where you will be given one ID. Everyone will be given one ID, and all your medical details will be there in that ID. So it is for portability. It is for seamless portability only. Okay, so this statement is correct. Indian Medical Council of India or Medical Council of India is the implementing authority. Generally statements with the organization based, generally statement with organization based are incorrect in UPSC. We all know that it is a National Health Authority, NHA. So this is incorrect. So first statement is incorrect, third statement is correct, both using optional elevation trick. Because first statement we have deleted by extreme statement must, and third statement organization based statements are generally incorrect. So we see here, let us see, it says correct is only 2. Okay, let's move now. Okay, last question. Consider the following leaders. Okay, Sohan Singh Bakhna, Lala Hardayal, Bhai Parmanand, and Pandurang Khankhoj. Okay, so out of all these 4 leaders, how many were associated with Gadar movement in America? Gadar movement in America. Okay, so this is a current affairs question. Why? Because recently Pandurang Khankhoj was in news. Recently it was in news, and he was the founding member of the Gadar party. Okay, he was the founding member of the Gadar party. So this question is very important for next year. Gadar movement is very important for next year's. Even it is important for this year's main. Because it is important for this year's main, and next year prelims it is very important. So Gadar movement. Okay, all these four were basically associated with Gadar movement. Sohan Singh Bakhna, Lala Hardayal, we all know, we have read. It is given in the spectrum. It is given in the spectrum. It is also given in the every history book. It is given in every history book. Bipin Chandra also it is given. So all these 3 names I have taken from Bipin Chandra. All these 3 names I have taken from Bipin Chandra. And this name I have taken from current affairs. This name I have taken from current affairs. You see how we have connected. Okay, current affairs with static. Okay, see, Gadar movement was a movement which was started by Indian expatriates in America. Okay, they came together because they were not treated well. Okay, there in America. So they could realize the reason was because they were Indians, and Indian that time was under the British Empire. So they wanted to revolt against the British Empire. So they led a movement inside India. However, that movement could not succeed. Guys, one more idea I will tell you. One more trick I will tell you. Any question regarding movement, movement generally regarding movement, what kind of questions can come? So questions regarding leaders can come, questions regarding year can come, questions regarding events can come. Can you tell me in the comment box which famous event was there related to the Gadar movement? Can you tell me in the comment box, everyone? Can you tell me in the comment box which famous event was there? Okay, tomorrow I will answer this. So you should know what is the time period. So it was during the First World War. What are the leaders? What are the leaders who were associated with this movement? Leaders in America and leaders in India. There were some leaders who were associated with Gadar movement in India, and who was that? Okay, that also I would like to know. Let me see who can answer in the comment box. I will see each and every comment I am going to see, because this is where we have to do active learning. We have to engage with what we read. Okay, and we have to link with the static concept also, and not just restrict to this person. Okay, this person is important. Okay, because he is in news. But we will link with the static concept, and we will do a brainstorming of what all questions can come from the Gadar movement. Okay, so I hope. Okay, let us see how many questions we have got it right. Let us see how many questions we have got it right. So let me just submit the test. Let me just cross check. Okay, all 4. Okay, all 4. This is 2 only. Okay, this is 1 and 3. Okay, this is 3 only. Okay, and last is only 1. Okay, let me just submit the test. Guys, congratulations. 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5. Okay. Average persons have scored, average people have scored 3 out of 5. Okay, so every day, you see today, how many questions we were able to solve using optional elimination. Every day, I will teach you this optional elimination tricks. These kinds of questions you are not going to find anywhere in the country. And I am not only going to teach you how to solve this question, I am also going to teach you the thinking process. Because I always believe, sir, that I can give a fish to someone. Okay, I feed him for 1 day. But if I teach fishing someone, I feed him for the entire life. Okay, so I want to help you. Okay, I want to empower you so that you are not dependent on anyone. You become independent. You become empowered. That is the idea of this sessions. Okay, so please give a thumbs up. Please share with your friend. Okay, please, because then only I'll get an indication that these sessions are helping you. And please do comment in about this initiative so that I will improvise and I will help you more. Okay, thank you guys. Bye bye. Take care.